Welcome to Chapter 2.
What a lovely, promising loading screen.
I really like the loading screens in Evil Within are really cool. They're all kind of creepy, and they also have there's like a couple of different variations on the same one, so you're never quite sure which one you're gonna get, which is kind of nice.
Where's the forest?
Yeah, we're not in a forest. We're strapped to a bed.
Okay, cool.
You legitimately haven't missed anything. This is how it starts. This is the exact cut to what happens next.
I'm like just waiting for their faces to transform into monsters. No, they're gonna dissect you. No?
Nope, they're just gonna leave.
Oh, jerks.
It's like these free camera things, you're kind of looking around, and then... like, this would suck.
God, that was the what? No! Look at your face!
Like, that would just suck.
That's the
so
worst. Much. Oh, you look like you're having a bad day.
Yeah. So now we get access to another collectible that's in this game. This game has tons of collectibles, and the Crimson Post newspapers is one.
Oh, it's Crimson spelled with a K because they're edgy.
Yeah, Crimson City, man. So yeah, bodies found in Lakeside Town. Cause of death remains mystery.
Falling Town. It was Falling Town.
We also get this stuff, which is green gel, which is used for stuff later.
It has pictures of brains on it. It's full of delicious brain.
It's brain
Freshly
juice.
squeezed brain.
It's brain juice, man.
Oh, bugs.
Yeah, lots of cockroaches, I guess.
Yeah, they look like cockroaches. I mean, they're coming out of nothing, so maybe it's interactive wallpaper.
Are we awake?
It's augmented reality.
Yeah.
Is everyone else all right? The city.
Whatever are you talking about? You are the only soul here.
So one thing I just go, this is something I didn't even know about, like, while I was doing it, but I noticed that in the thing, the toilet was glinting, so I was like, what the fuck? Oh. So I went and checked it out. It was like, there's no prompt. So I was like, I was spamming A, and then if you do that, you get a free bottle of brain juice.
Huh.
I didn't even know that was in there. Like, something I just completely discovered in this recording.
Nice.
So yeah, got more brain juice.
Is there anything back there before you go through that door, or are you not going in?
So this is like your save hub, and it opens up more as you play. Right now it's super limiting.
I'm afraid I cannot answer that.
Yeah. Well, then where's the do
Without signing
do?
there's
No, there's no safe music.
Ah.
way to ensure your future memories.
I mean, it looks so lovely and safe.
This way, please.
You literally have to save there. It won't let you not save there.
Oh, jerks. Whenever I hear "you must," I keep thinking, but what would a speedrun do?
I've never actually watched a speed. I should watch a speedrun of the Evil Within.
I know, right? I'm gonna probably do that later.
No, you'll ruin it for yourself.
I think I'll have an entirely unique and different experience, but maybe you're right, and I'll have to hold off.
You should at least hold off till we finish the playthrough.
Yeah.
So yeah, the reason I was checking there is because newspapers and other collectibles spawn on the bulletin board and the tray, and I couldn't remember if one was in this save room or not. So I was just double checking.
Oh, that looks like a trap to me.
What? No, it's fine. It's
a delightful wingback chair, but next to an IV stand.
Have a seat.
Yeah, run away.
No, I was going after the collectible. There's another
okay.
collectible, map fragments.
Oh, cool.
So there's 28 map fragments throughout the game, and if you get them all, you get access to like 2 special weapons that you can then do. It's very Resident Evil 4 in that sense.
What the hell?
Oh man, they got you with the old illusory wingback.
You mustn't fight it. This is for your own good.
No. Stop.
Just leave it there for a while.
You can just leave it there for a while, but nothing happens. So
There.
Oh, okay.
You see? All better.
yeah, green gel basically lets us upgrade our stuff later.
What do you mean going crazy?
Now what makes you say that?
Nothing!
I'm sorry, Demon Fire Baby.
I'll be waiting.
I'm honestly not sure if that frame of him stood in front of the chair is supposed to be there.
It did seem a bit disjointed, didn't it?
Yeah, I
It's
honestly
almost
don't
like
know.
they needed some way to like rebuffer the model.
So yeah, now we're in the ambulance crash that actually happened, so who the fuck knows what's going on?
It's a good question, Mr. Guy.
So yeah, this is actually properly Chapter 2 Remnants now. Or Remnant, I guess would be the correct way to say it. So syringe, this is our standard healing item.
That is referred to as a standard travel syringe. Surely
It's
every
fucking
syringe is a
huge.
standard travel syringe. It's frickin'... It's intimidating, really, that syringe.
So yeah, I decided to have a look around, and like, you can't you can't see the tunnel or anything that we crashed from, so...
Yeah, nice skybox right there.
I was just kind of having a look around, see if there was anything else. And obviously there's the green gel in the syringe, but I wasn't sure if there was anything else, so I was double checking. But no, there isn't. It's just the gel in the syringe. And now we go for a nice walk in the woods.
Yeah, it looks delightful.
I know, right? I'd spend my summer vacations doing this. Oh, dead cow.
Yeah.
Is
It's lovely.
very dead cow.
Oh, you're a man!
Yeah, you just...
Kick the shit out of boxes with your bare hands.
Yep. Sebastian, as we're going to find out in this chapter, is a man of many talents.
Well, we've already found one is an immunity to all disease.
And also his ability to be made out of the hydrophobic material.
Oh no, everyone's got that specialty. I think that's just a world factor now.
So just like any good horror game, we now have a lantern.
Is that Connolly down there all messed up?
Maybe. So this bit is actually really cool if you've played Resident Evil 1. Because this entire scene is basically a homage to the first time you see a zombie in Resident Evil 1.
Oh yeah. And everyone's like, shoot him!
Like, especially this bit, with the camera angles. Hey look, it's Conley. Oh yeah, even though I'm playing this on PC, I am using a controller, so excuse the awful aiming.
So he's playing dead.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting.
My God, Connolly.
I'd have said my god before I started shooting him. Like, my god! And then bang, 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 as opposed to bang, bang, bang. My god, that's awful. It's just terrible.
It's awful. Conley's just... It's so sad about Conley. I mean... I'm so sad that I'm just gonna go and punch boxes.
Pistol whip, you mean? Pistol whip the hell out of that box.
Green gel.
Brain juice. That's some ridiculous box physics.
Also, this is where I discovered Sebastian's other talent. If you're holding a gun, he has a magical arse that can turn his light on and off.
That's amazing. I just find it amazing. It's like I've now realised why the city's falling apart if everything is made of balsa wood that can be shattered with bare hands. Oh, hey there.
It's Leslie.
Hurts. Whoa.
See, most people will be like, oh my god, how did you not see that? But I like that it's consistent, because we've already seen that this guy can't spot tripwires for shit.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, he now knows they exist, so...
Shit.
Yeah.
How am I gonna get you to a hospital?
See, it's canon now. It's like, it's in game. It's like, you know tripwires exist now. Even though they're super obvious.
I like his reaction, it's very unique. What the fuck?
I love this bit as well, where it's like trap parts acquires, and it's like, yeah, you can build stuff for the Agony crossbow. And you're just like, what? What's an agony crossbow?
I'm very excited about finding out what an agony crossbow is.
Well, you're gonna have to wait a chapter and a half.
Oh, god damn it.
Like, they tell you about, like, how to make stuff for it, but you don't get the crossbow until in chapter 3.
Yeah, all I know is that it's agony related.
This bit, I think, is actually super misleading, and I think it's a lot of cause of people's frustrations with this game. So you get matches, right, and there's a dead body there, and if you've played Resident Evil 1, you're just like, oh shit, I burned the bodies because otherwise they come back.
Right.
But that's not the case at all in this game.
Oh.
Burning this body is literally, it just wastes the match. You just burn a body. What you use matches for we'll come into later in this thing. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, can I set this on fire?
Yeah,
that was
that was a very quick follow-up to me as well. It's just like, well, I mean, I wasted a match. Like I said I wouldn't.
Dude, I would have burnt that down.
Yeah. The door looks inviting.
Yeah, that's actually the symbol for safe room.
Holy shit, I nearly walked into a mirror.
Yep.
I like that you're just panicking in the corner.
Oh, you'll see that animation a lot.
More goop.
So this is another collectible that you get. It's the Journals of Sebastian. So this is the first one. Finally got his... This is like literally he's just become a detective. So I like the sound of that. It seems a long time coming, but they say that I'm one of the fastest ever to rise through the ranks. Can't wait to get started. I know that I can do more good as a detective than I ever could as a beat cop. Plus I don't have to wear that damned uniform anymore. The pay bump doesn't hurt either. KCPD needs all the help they can get. There's a seemingly disproportionate amount of crime these days. Crimson City is my home, and it's my job to protect it.
And now we know he's a good dude. Or at least started a good dude.
Yeah. So there's one more type of collectible, if I remember correctly, that we haven't seen and that we're about to, and then we'll have seen all of the collectibles.
Well, let's face it, we've got books, we've got newspapers, now we need cassette tapes.
There are no cassette tapes, unfortunately. This isn't the 80s.
Back here again.
Oh, okay, so we get Blu-rays?
Yeah, we get we get Laserdiscs.
Oh, Laserdisc. Sweet.
God, I need a game where the collectibles are Laserdiscs. I would meet you
You were
toilet
looking
again.
for more toilet goo.
Dude, I need the toilet goo, man.
I don't know if that was a bad dream, or this is.
Whatever is the matter?
Oh no, it's apparently records.
It's not records.
Oh.
It's wanted posters or missing posters. So the first one is Leslie Withers. Psychiatric patient Leslie Withers disappeared from a locked room at Beacon Mental Hospital. Also, I feel the need to point this out. The number ends in 6969, so I mean...
Yay! Also, is Leslie a boy or a girl? I think
He is a
Leslie's...
boy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Leslie's a boy, but a very pretty face in that picture.
Mm-hmm. There's some interesting stuff with Leslie later on. So yeah, we get another newspaper as well, which talks about the serial killer, which is, I believe the serial killer they're talking about in this intro cutscene.
What, the one that you apparently just got off the case of doing the...
Yeah.
Cool.
So basically, like, pretty much most of those collectibles, there's a couple of different changes, but for the most part, every time you discover a new safe room in the chapters, you'll get a missing poster on the bulletin board and a newspaper in the rack.
Cool.
Pretty consistently.
That's time to get your brain jacked up.
Yeah, now we can actually do some upgrading.
I like how casually you sit in the hell chair.
I want to point out, and I don't think people notice very much. So yeah, actually I'll quickly talk about things. So basically it's very standard upgrading stuff. You can see, you can upgrade all the different weapons. Sebastian has abilities you can upgrade, and then you can upgrade how many things you can carry. So we will be upgrading how much shit you can carry, because this is a survival horror game, and the easiest way to deal with that is how much shit you can carry. Matches especially are super important.
Does it do the thing where if you upgrade their maximum capacity, it gives you their maximum capacity?
Yes, that's a thing you can abuse later in the game.
Evil.
Yeah, you can abuse that later in the game to get extra items. So yeah, one thing I wanted to point out that you might have to, like, if people want to reround the video and stuff, but when the thing goes onto his head, like, 2 giant needles go straight into his brain. Like,
yeah.
There's like 2 needle things that go in. It's like, ow.
Yum.
So yeah,
What do you mean there's no safe room music? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, but it's not in the hospital.
You're right, which is kind of strange.
I don't know. I'll talk about it much later in the game, but there's some interesting stuff with the save room that other games don't do, which I really like. So let's continue on. We'll soon be learning how good matches are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does the, so far it looks like it does a lot of the Dark Souls style of learning about the world. You do it through items, although, like, there are far more items of very strict information in this, like, more that don't have to be interpreted weirdly.
I guess that's true. So this is your actual backstab tutorial. We already know we can backstab because we tried to do it to the sadist.
Well,
twice.
no, we already know that you could. That it does a thing, but not a very good thing. Wow, right in the head.
Yeah.
You should have done that to the sadist. Why do you keep digging it in his meaty shoulder when you have the ability to put a knife through someone's skull?
Yeah, backstabbing is extremely useful because it's always a one-shot. Because you stab them in the head.
Yeah, I mean, it's a head stab, really. Calling it a... That guy just doesn't know how to open doors. That's his own fault.
I was honestly looking if there's anything in the rafters because this game can be tricky with certain things.
Bye, Leslie. I just expected her trip wire go off and then him to explode into chunks.
It's like we had to go through the window because I mean that stuff was slightly in the way.
Yeah. You might get a splinter.
I said a lie about collectibles, by the way. There's one more type of collectible, but they're not really collectibles as in collectibles. You can see the statue on the wall here.
Yeah.
If you punch it, there's a key inside it.
Oh, snap.
And basically at some point in the game, there's a bunch of lockers that are all locked, and they have shit inside them. And you use the keys to get the shit from the lockers.
Oh, snap.
So there's like tons of keys around. There's 2 more keys in the game than there are lockers, so you can actually miss 2 keys and still be fine.
But you're not going to miss a single one, are you?
No, I'm going to try and get them all.
Hey, are you guys from around here? I don't know where...
So this is our actual proper introduction to the main type of enemy in the game.
The lighthouse.
Yeah, the lighthouse.
Wow, lighthouse OP.
Yep. One-shots everything.
Oh, they made the barbed wire angel.
Yeah, all the enemies have barbed wire on them. Like, they're all messed up.
Juicy.
Yeah, so these guys are called the Haunted. Like, that's the name for these basic guys. And right now I'm going to try and emulate something that I did in my practice run, which was awesome, but I don't believe it quite works out. So, what I did in my practice run was I smashed the bottle against that, both Haunted came running, and then I set the hill on fire, and they both died.
Crafty.
But unfortunately only one of them heard it this time. Like, that is why matches
Wow, they are so flammable.
Yeah, that's why matches are super good. Matches will always one-shot the enemies. So, so we're playing on survival, which I probably should have said at the start of the game, but we're playing on survival, which is normal. Like, especially on harder difficulties, because ammo's so scarce, you kind of want to use more matches because they're literally a one-shot.
Yeah, no kidding. Holy shit. Is there a way to get that guy into the fire?
No, I just backstab him. I also point out, like, show off how terrible his eyesight is.
But, I mean, he has no eyes left, I'm pretty sure. They've all been ripped out by barbed wire.
That's true.
Surely that's gotta hurt like hell, though. You just grabbed him around his barbed pointy bits.
I guess. I don't know, it's hard to say. I will say that the difficult, like I said, we're playing on normal, on hard, which is called Nightmare, and then fucking I don't remember the hardest difficulty is called, but
Akuma.
On those difficulties, yeah, it's like Akuma or something. On those difficulties, like the enemies see you from like so far away. They're like a lot more attentive. And on the hardest difficulty, it's literally anything one-shots you. Anything.
Yep. And the New Game Plus is right, so you can put in all the stuff.
Yeah, there's New Game Plus in this game. You can't change difficulty on New Game Plus, though, so...
Yeah. I noticed you took the parts, but left behind some perfectly good dynamite.
Yeah, I don't need that. Here's the next journal, by the way, on note. So yeah, when did they put a lighthouse on the lake? Has it always been there? The circling light passes over me, passes through me. I feel like it takes something away each time. I can't remember what it was, though.
Organs, replacing them with barbed wire.
Yep, they have a barbed wire beam.
That is a hardcore ray gun.
It is. So one thing that's kind of cool, there's a little hidden cutscene thing. It's not super important, but if you go down here and then run onto the dock, you get a little cutscene thing, which is nice.
Very Bloodborne view right there.
I feel like I'm being pulled just looking at it.
And of course, this close you can tell, like, it's Beacon Mental Hospital.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that little.
I mean, it's
little
it's
hidden
called
thing.
Beacon, which now suddenly makes more sense.
Yep. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where the levels sort of go from like linear to sort of mini hub exploration-y kind of thing. So like we've got like, it's not super big, but there's like a couple of different things we can explore here.
Right.
There's like a house that's a little bit off the beaten path that has like stuff in it that you might miss. And there's a whole bunch of haunted wandering around, so we're gonna have to go deal with them.
Are you going to actually be killing every single one of them then, or...?
In this area, yeah, because of the way you have to get out of the area.
Fair enough.
There's at the end of the thing, there's a locked gate, and you need to like spend time spinning a wheel to lift the gate up. So it's just much easier to get rid of everyone first.
I just noticed a thing about that lantern, is that they actually show the ember being kept alive, so you have to keep relighting it. People don't do that often enough. They do not realise that those lamps actually do need to keep a soft light.
Yeah, this game does a lot of cool stuff. Like, actually, it's not a perfect game. I'm not going to be like, this is game of the year, but it's actually, in my opinion, a really good game with some unfortunate flaws. I think is probably my best way of describing it.
Visual graphics ones appear to be one of the majors.
Yeah, the PC port is not good, which is a shame. I love that guy. I don't know why. That design's my favorite haunted. Just the guy with random spikes in him.
You keep hugging him as well, which just seems very counterintuitive.
So we get in our first introduction to, I guess the best way to call these sub-weapons, I think is the sort of easiest way to call them. There's torches and axes, which are carried by haunted, and then you can take them if you kill the haunted.
And I mean, I imagine torches are very convenient.
Torches and axes are both as powerful as each other. Axes are better because they don't give off light and get you seen. They're both one-shots.
Do the axes make enemies burst into flame?
No, but the axes do make them explode.
What?
You hit them with an axe and like their head just like explodes. It's...
God.
I don't remember if there's an axe in this area. I think the first axe is in the next chapter, so...
No.
Excuse me while I fail to get over a fence.
What the hell? Oh,
there we go. Like, it just wouldn't let me, like, jump the fence.
I was starting to wonder if you were able to physically cross a fence.
You can, just not in that one spot. So yeah, this is how good torches are. Okay, he's dead.
Wow, the whole torch disappeared as well.
Yeah, they're literally one-shot weapons. The axes break, the torches go out. But they one-shot anything you hit with... Well, not anything, but they one-shot the enemies you hit with them, which is super useful. Again, especially on harder difficulties.
No kidding.
And like I said, axes... So it's like they both have their pluses and minuses. Torches, like... Torches you can technically, if you get the enemy... Because flames actually spread. So if you have a bunch of enemies touching each other, if you hit one of them with a torch, in theory the whole lot of them will die.
Sweet.
But then the downside is, of course, the torch gives off light and makes you super easy to see.
Right.
Whereas the axe doesn't give off light, but it can only kill one enemy. So yeah, this is the house I was talking about. It's a bit out of the way. You don't need to go in here at all, but it has goodies and collectibles and all the good stuff.
It's full of delicious brain juices.
So many brain juices. I
noticed those cuts. How long do they spend standing around?
It depends. So most of those cuts aren't super long. They're like maybe 30 seconds, but it's 30 seconds of me staring at a wall.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it's not, I wasn't waiting there for like 5 minutes or anything like that. It was just literally, I want to cut this because it's just slightly more interesting.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you. I was just wondering if that is a thing you were legitimately like, by the way, you could be here for a while.
You can be at certain points. Also, I tried to pick an item up and accidentally hit onto the bed.
Nice.
It's really interesting this game has hiding mechanics. Like, it's so interesting, like, that this game is sort of, like, on the precipice between, like, it's action, but stealth, but also horror and run away, so it's, like, on normal difficulty, the hiding is basically pointless.
Well, the hiding looks like just a method for getting backstabs instead.
Sort of. It's not useful. It's more useful in harder difficulties when the enemies will murder you.
Right.
Because then you can lose them by hiding underneath and then waiting.
Will the torch kill a wall? Wow. Well, I mean, your bare fist will kill the hell out of a wall.
Also, in case you, like, yeah, that guy's alive. It's pretty obvious, that one, but yeah, they do the Resident Evil horror game trope of dead enemies not being dead.
Fair enough.
That gets us another key. Oh, and sometimes enemies drop brain goo, which we then extract with syringes, because that's a thing we can do.
You mean you don't just painstakingly scoop it up in a jar?
Yeah, we use syringes because we're smart.
Look how strong you are. You're so strong.
I was playing this bit on hard, and there's more enemies in hard, and one of the ways I found to reliably kill someone was to hide in the cupboard and backstab him. Yeah, there's our second map fragment.
Cool. What do they accomplish, the map fragments?
There are 28 of them, and when you get all 28, there's... I'll show it off in... I think it's... No, it's next chapter. It's chapter 3. When we go back to the asylum, or hospital, whatever you want to call it, safe area, we get access to the back rooms, which has the lockers I talked about earlier, and it also has where the map is, and you can see the map being filled in. When the map is filled in, you can like, interact with it, and when you interact with it, you get a case with two special weapons, the burst handgun and the high penetration rifle, which are literally just better versions of two of the weapons you already have.
Cool.
So it's very Resident Evil 4, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Gotta love those unlockable weapons.
Yeah.
I replayed Resident Evil 4 like a month or two back, and it was a good time.
Yeah, this game definitely has more in common with Resident Evil 4 than it does with Resident Evil 1. So yeah, this was me just being like, I want the trap parts.
Yeah. And you can also make friends with a dog. It's very important.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they should have just shown a wolf off to the side, like, I know, we know this reference.
There's no friendly dogs in this game, I will say.
It's a shame. I take it there are lots of unfriendly dogs, though.
Maybe.
I imagine they burst in half and then tentacles pour out of their back. Oh, wait, no, sorry, barbed wire in this.
Maybe. You'll have to wait and see. This is what we call a hook.
Because what we call... We've been here before, man.
I should have shown off what happens when you stand in the bear traps.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I take it sucks and it hurts you.
It sucks and they hear you.
Yeah, well, do they hear the trap or they hear the screaming? Because those traps, you do keep closing them.
They hear the yelling, I think. This bit's super janky, because you can, like, walk up this, but then also fall off it really easily. It's really, like, the hitbox on this thing is real janky.
Bum, 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 ba, 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 ba. It makes me wonder how many models of Haunted there are.
There are... I'm gonna get... Well, in the model viewer, there is, I believe, 5... Like, the Haunted models aren't individual. They're, like, dioramas with, like, 4 or 5 Haunted on each one, and I believe there's 5 of them, so, like, maybe 20.
Sweet.
I will double-check that for you for next episode. But it's like 20, 25 maybe, different models of Haunted.
I mean, I don't think I've seen a looping one yet.
So like this chapter, I think, cements like how people played this game differently to how it's intended, I think. Or at least came into this game expecting something different, because this chapter, in my opinion, basically cements that, for the most part, this is a stealth game.
Yeah.
It's
you're certainly making it look like that.
It's the best way to accomplish everything.
Yeah. But I imagine you could be terrible at it if you really wanted. And
oh yeah, for sure.
Murder your way through the game. But then
you don't have enough. Well, I guess on medium you probably have enough ammo, but on hard, no way close do you have enough ammo to do that on hard. Ammo is super tight on hard. The main reason I chose survival or medium to play on is because I had a bit more freedom to dick around.
Which is important. It's true.
Yeah. So this is the bit that the first bit of the game that is kind of unfair. These two guys are alive, and that's why matches are OP.
Woo!
You let you kill. But the annoying thing is they don't stand up at all unless you light them on fire or shoot them or something. What they do is they lie there, and they're super hard to see. And then I almost ran into that. I legitimately didn't even see it. Like,
oh, I thought you were about to do that. That's a shame. It would have been fun.
Fun. Yeah, when you start like turning the wheel to open the gate, they stand up and attack you. So if you approach from like this angle, like I've done now, you totally don't even see that they're there. And then as soon as you start spinning this wheel, like they just get up and attack you. And you have to lift the whole thing in one go, otherwise it just slams straight back down.
But it's got a wheel lock, surely.
It does, but it locks when it gets to the top.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of annoying. I think that's a little bit unfair.
Yeah, if you feel really cool about having skipped everything and then just punishes you by forcing you into a fight anyway.
So this area is kind of interesting. There's more to it. This area is both too big and kind of well hidden. Because you literally just have to, like, the end of the chapter is just straight ahead, but there's two little side huts you can go and find. But at the same time, the area is, like, really big, like, for how little is actually here.
Yeah, is it just these two huts and that's it?
There's a bunch of enemies.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of enemies, which I don't think I did a very good job of showing, but there's, like... Basically, in the middle, there's, like, 20 haunted. Just eating bodies and shit. That's our third map fragment, which actually has Beacon Mental Hospital on it.
Good old Bacon Mental Hospital. Where everyone's delicious.
Yeah, it's, like, over there, sort of near the fire to, like, the left. You can sort of see, like, some of them. There's a whole bunch of haunted there.
Huh, yeah, no, I can't really make any out.
They're like crouched down and like I don't know if they're eating the bodies, but yeah, they're like messing around with bodies and stuff.
No, they're praying. They feel bad.
Yeah. And you might be able to see some here. It's kind of funny because it's like this area is that you can sort of see a bridge there straight ahead.
Oh yeah, look at him go.
Yeah. The exit of the chapter is across that bridge, so this bit's kind of like the game's like be stealthy around this shit ton of haunted. You can just run straight through the middle of them.
Just sprint it.
Yeah, you can just fucking hoof it.
Oh, take that wall.
Yeah, I was seeing if those were breakable, but they're not. Yeah, there you go. There's
they look like one big tempting fire.
They do, but it's way easier to go around or just run past. I go around because at this point I wasn't sure if you could actually run through them or not. And actually make it, I mean.
Yeah.
But you can. I've done it before. Since I've recorded this, you can just full on just hoof it straight down the middle.
Yeah, good times.
They're just kind of just like, hey, wait, was that a guy?
I feel like there's going to be someone who's like, oh shit, you can do that, and it's going to try and run through, and they're just going to eat him. You lied to me.
It's really not that hard. If you fuck that up, then you're terrible. No offense. Yeah, you can like hop onto the bridge here.
Oh.
It's fine.
Hi, new friend.
Shit. Better get out of here.
That's what I'm doing.
Working on it.
I actually totally forgot there's actually a sprint at this point as well.
Oh, so now what you're doing is casually jaunting away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you made a lot of friends all of a sudden.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of them.
Karate!
He can fucking drop kick people, so it's fine.
I knew it. Oh, he's wasting your ammo.
I love the way that he goes off the edge, like almost in a karate kick pose. And then they're just kind of like, up, he's in the water now. That's Davy Jones's domain, and they wander off.
Hey, you did it.
Yeah, that's chapter 2.
Nice. I'm excited to see more chapters.
Yeah, the chapters are really interesting because they're like complete. The lengths of the chapters are completely all over the place, so we will get into some like way longer ones later.
Cool. And also, so far, different areas each time.
Yeah, that's true.